Hello, I'm Keziah Okanga, and I'm here to talk about ostomy and living with stomas, and Kenyans living with stomas. So after I had my second-born son, I had appendicitis and had to have it removed. And soon after that, after a lot of complications, I had a lot of complications and quite a few surgeries. And soon after that, I found myself with a stoma, with an ileostomy to be more specific. So, and that is usually on the smaller intestine. I lived with my ileostomy for about 4 months, and it was quite an interesting journey. There was a lot of moments of having to figure out how to empty a bag. There was a lot of moments of being sad and depressed because I had known about the support system that was there for Ostomates. Anyway, basically, I had a very great nurse, and his name is Patrick. And Patrick really helped me on this journey because he was on it with me from the very first day. And he changed my bag because I had the wrong bag on. I had a closed-end bag, a 2-piece closed-end bag, and he found me a 1-piece open-end bag. The reason for that was because an ileostomy drains really fast, so your bag fills up really fast. So you have to keep constantly going to the toilet to empty out your bag and the waste, which is basically poo, but very liquid-like poo because it hasn't gone through the proper system and been processed correctly. Anyway, soon after that, after I had my reversal surgery, I was one of the fortunate people who had a successful reversal surgery, because there's quite a few Ostomates in Kenya as well who've gone for quite a number of reversals and they haven't worked. So I was really fortunate. I was fortunate to have had an ileostomy in the first place, to get to know about ostomy, to get to know about Kenyans living with this condition and how appallingly they live with this condition, because the necessary appliances for it are not available, not readily available at least. And so Stoma World Kenya, which is one of the organizations that is doing something about it, is really trying to help whatever Ostomates they can, whoever comes through, to get at the very least stoma bags. However, after my journey, I decided that we needed a very active online presence that could find Ostomates, so we can donate bags to them, or just even for the support. You could be going through a bad patch. Your husband might be, for instance, we had one Ostomate whose husband was opening all the doors and windows when she came home, and it was very depressing for her. And so if you just need to talk somewhere where you can call out and reach out to people much faster, Patrick and I decided to start Stoma Center Kenya, which is our online platform, currently very active on Facebook. We have a Twitter handle, but that one isn't as active. And we're trying also not just a platform for the community to talk and discuss, but also we're pushing, and we would really like to see bags available for all Ostomates in Kenya, whichever county they're in. And so that is my crucial and my primary agenda, is to try and get somehow the government to make this appliances, especially the ostomy bag, the stoma bag, accessible to all Ostomates wherever they are. We know of one county where their governor has bought the stoma bags and is giving his Ostomate in his county these bags for free, and this Ostomate gets about, I believe, 18 bags a month. Those are pretty good. That's a pretty good number, because he has a colostomy, so a colostomy isn't as active as an ileostomy. So those are pretty good numbers, and he doesn't have to spend money every month exorbitant amounts, because a stoma bag is about 500 shillings a piece on the lower side. On the higher side, depending on the quality of the bag and what its purpose is, you could spend even 700. You need the appliances, you need the stoma adhesive paste so that you don't get excoriated. You need all of these appliances just to be able to live well, a support system. So we're trying, what Stoma Center Kenya was founded to do, was to try and get the government to give free bags, because most ostomates come about this way through cancer, and we have so many support systems for cancer. We have so much medication for cancer. We have so many doctors. We don't even have, as ostomates, enough stoma care nurses. You know, wound care, there are a lot of wound care nurses, but very few have specialized in ostomy. There's a lot of gastrointestinal surgeons, but also they don't, like, my surgeon was amazing. He was really great, and he did the best he could, I believe, to brief me on what my condition would be. But also the doctors need to be trained to let someone know you're going to this surgery, and when you wake up after the surgery, you will have a piece of your intestine protruding out of your stomach. It is so crucial. Or we've got one ostomate who's got ureostomy, so she uses tubes for her urine, and you know, she came about this way when she was about 9 years old. But I'm sure so much more information can be given to ostomates all over Kenya. We have so many older generation. We have so many babies who are born without rectums, and their parents are just given these babies, and you know, they're not sure where to go next or what to do. And these babies have a stoma, so most of them end up using plastic paper bag, polythene bags, which is not a dignified way to live. It is not a hygienic way to live. It's just not. It's appalling. That's the only word I can use really about the condition that most ostomates in Kenya are living under. And I think this should be a condition that could change, because the government, clearly from this one county governor, we can see the government can do something about it. If each governor of each county decided, yes, in my cancer budget or in my medical budget, I'm going to use some of that money to buy bags for ostomates in my county, then it could work. It could work. We would have at the very least, the stoma bags. This is my focus. This is what I'm focusing on right now, is to have ostomy bags available to almost all ostomates in Kenya. We have a guy called Lamek Odero in Kisumu, and he's doing a great job with babies. He's doing a great job with baby ostomates, but he's also getting donor bags. So the donor bags are great, but they're not sustainable. We're very appreciative that people abroad send us these bags, but sometimes they even send the bags used. The ostomates that give them to them give them used bags, and you can't use that. It's like, to put it bluntly, it's like using a used toilet paper when someone has been for number 2. So I mean, it's just, I don't know anyone who would do that. So I don't think it's fair to expect an ostomate to do that either. My main focus at the moment is for all ostomates to have access to ostomy appliances throughout Kenya. And with God's help, a lot of prayer, a lot of hard work, we shall see this come to pass.